Man, I swear that I'm a real one, I ain't never losing. And now I'm so caught they spin, but they don't never do shit. I'm in these streets, this shit is real, man, I ain't picking choosing. I gotta get rich before I die, I'm focused on the music. And I swear that I'm a real one, I ain't never losing. And now I'm so caught they spin, but they don't never do shit. I'm in these streets, this shit is real, man, I ain't picking choosing. I gotta get rich before I die.
It's 5:20 and I'm on my morning walk, I guess. This was supposed to be evening walks, but then I shifted it to morning walks. Okay, I'll talk about two things in this video. First thing, I want to congratulate Prakash. Prakash had gotten us... how do I put this? He got us a deal where some person from Bangalore, I'm not going to name that person, this specific person from Bangalore had ordered 110, sorry, not 110, 1100 I guess. Is that right? 1100, yes, that's right, 1100 idols. That's the amount Prakash got us. So with that, the commission slab was I guess 25% or something. He got 30k out of that one deal. He made 30k out of that one deal. So congrats to Prakash for getting that 30k, and he's the first person to get something out of the commission slab. And coming to the second point, this is more important, as the second point is something which I want to stress on, because this is something very different. I personally feel this is something very different which people miss out on. Their perspectives. Your perspective is either going to make you or break you. Make you or break you. So your perspective can decide how is it going to happen. By that, what I mean to say is, a while ago, a long time ago, when I was in 9th grade, I had seen this movie, Pursuit of Happiness, which had taken a drastic effect on me. Until then, my perspective was somewhat different, where I was, focusing basically only on the problems I had and the people who caused those problems. That was my only viewpoint. I could only see it like that. And then the moment I watched the movie, it opened up some shit in me. I could not believe how could one person go through shit like that and still cling on to another perspective of life. So that is what I've observed, and then since then that's what I started doing. Back in the day, when that was the time I was in 9th grade, where I started working out. And nobody around me was, supportive. This is where I started doing self-affirmations and shit. I should tell myself all the crap, even though if it was not real. I should tell myself some story in order for me to push myself through, see myself in the positions that I want to be in. Taking a quick water break. So that one movie opened up my perspective like that. And as you know, I've been working out since then. Then I started off with working out at my place, and then later on I moved on to the streets. This is Tiwari. Tiwari, hi bolo. Chalo, bye. Okay, so he's the guard bhaiya, sweet guy. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, since 9th I was always working out. It started off with home workouts. Then I had a friend called Gunath. I still have him. I don't know why I said had. I have a friend called Gunath with whom we used to literally work out on the roads, on the railings. Wherever we could find railings, we used to cling onto them and start doing pull-ups. We had this term called Bar Brothers then. So like that it went on and on and on, and then finally my traction came, where I inclined at a steady growth suddenly after 2 to 3 years of attempts to grow. So there is a good point like that. So all of this working out actually helped me gain a perspective on my own fucking life, because I never saw myself in this current body. So when I finally get to that state, right, it gives me a clarity that the shit I did not expect can happen. Okay, now I'll just come back to the main point. So it's really fucked up when you're surrounded with people. When you're surrounded with people or a person, or I don't know, your friends who are very negative, who choose to cling on to, the negative aspects of whatever happens to them. If they have around, I don't know, 6 good things and 4 bad things happening to them in a day, if they choose to cling on to these 4 bad things, there's nothing much you can really do about it. I personally deal with this shit almost every fucking day, and it's fucked up. But then, thanks to whatever it is, spirituality, inner engineering, Sadhguru, that the presence, that's my alarm. So the presence, when I say presence, whoever understands what I mean by this will get it. It's a very deep topic for me to explain. Maybe I will do it in a later video. But I was in heated arguments, heated situations almost every fucking day for quite a while. But during these arguments, the way I approach them is fucking completely different than how, I don't know, a normal person would approach, or how I used to approach maybe 1 year ago also. This change happened specifically due to spiritual awakening for me. So when I say about this thing called presence, this presence in a heated argument is about your emotion. It's not about you standing there looking at the person. It is about how you're feeling in the exact moment. Why am I saying about emotion is because a person is ruled by their emotion. They make a decision emotionally, and then they give out a logical reason for their emotional fucking decision. This is how they make decisions. So when you're making decisions like this is why people regret their decisions. Emotional decisions may not always be right. So when people do realize this and they still do not act upon it, that's alright. But when you recognize this pattern, in heated arguments you get a certain awareness that anger is coming up in you. Hatred is coming up in you. Even when the other person is shitting on you, maybe even if they get physical on you, your anger shoots up, but then you have the physical presence where you clearly know it's a fucking emotion which is raising up in you, which can be controlled, because emotion essentially happens inside of you. Whatever happens inside of you can be controlled by you. Outside of you may not be controlled by you because it depends upon several situations, but what happens within you must be at least controlled by you. So this is the presence which I'm talking about. During heated conversations, I had this presence. With this presence, the conversations did not reduce, like the arguments did not reduce. And I should tell you, my presence does not stay all the damn time. It keeps going away, coming back, going away, coming back. That's the whole point. The aim of the spiritual journey, aim of spirituality for me is to have that presence throughout 24/7. This is something like conscious being and unconscious being, according to me. A conscious being is someone who sees patterns in their lives and tries to, change them, or is more conscious of what they do. It's like if a person is getting fat, the person may say, I'm big boned. But that is not the reality. The reality is they sat on the couch for years together. And ate like shit. So these things don't happen over a day. They happen in a gradual process. That is what an unconscious person would say. Saying that I'm big boned, I have this, I have that. A conscious person will literally see through what the fuck is happening with them to ensure he can control his own body, his own emotions. That's all. We're talking about awareness, consciousness, awakening, spiritual awakening. It's all awareness of our body, Okay, so I don't know, this topic has gone all random, but the reason I wanted to speak about this presence or perspective is because your perspective is literally going to decide how are you going to view this world. No joke, it'll literally rule you over. If you wish to see, if you're seeing only bad things happening around you, that should give you an understanding that your viewpoint of this world is negative. The world is not negative. Your viewpoint, your personal viewpoint of it is negative. Okay, so if you're still confused by this, think of it like this. Two people may be in the same situation. One person may feel completely happy and the other person may feel completely fucked up. But they're in the same exact situation. This has happened because the guy who's happy, his perspective is completely different. He's focused on the things which are happening for him rather than the things which are not happening for him. And the person who has a negative perspective, who thinks the world is going bad or everyone around them is shit, their viewpoint of the world is like that. When I say viewpoint, again you need to circle it back to your thoughts. What are you putting in your mind? Whatever is going in your mind is what producing the thoughts for you. So if you give yourself thoughts which are very negative, or if you watch videos, watch movies, shows, or hang out with people who are very negative as such, what do you expect? You're literally programming your brain to think in those patterns. You literally program yourself. And if you do not believe me, ask yourself this question. Have you ever watched a movie and exited the movie feeling like you are somebody from the movie? If that has happened to you, that is a clear indication that your brain can be programmed within 3 fucking hours. So now when you keep doing it for years on together, imagine the effect it's going to put on you and on your damn life. Your perspective is going to literally make or break you. Anyways, this was a fucking rant, I guess. A lot of bullshit. What a break. I'll probably end this video now. Yeah, I did not say shit for the past, I guess, 5-6 seconds because I was trying to get my thoughts calmed up. I don't know if you can understand that or not, but I'm pretty sure a couple of you guys will understand what I'm saying. These thoughts will fuck you up. I personally know I have people surrounding me who are like this. It's tough. But then this is where it gets tricky. Let go and let live. Anyways, I'm going to end this video off now. Bye bye.